Hey friends, this is Pastor Fieberkorn. It's Gospel Preview Friday, where we look ahead to the Gospel reading assigned for this weekend. This is a parable of Jesus. I'm actually going to look at the tail end of it, the parable of the tenants. Sometimes the workers in the vineyard, although that gets confused with the workers who were paid differently at the end of or the same at the end of the day, but were at different times. This is a different parable. This is the one about a master having servants work in the vineyard, but they don't take care of it. They don't produce fruit. So he sends his son to the vineyard. That's Jesus. What do? They kill him, right? Well, why does Jesus tell this parable? Well, it's a Jew Gentile parable, which most of them are. What Jesus is saying is that the nation of Israel were the tenants he wanted to care for his vineyard and bring forth good fruit. They didn't. They sent Jesus, or he sent Jesus, and what they do? They killed Jesus. And so then he says these words. Did you never read in the scriptures, the stone the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone? This came about from the Lord, and it is marvelous in our eyes. So Jesus is the stone the builders rejected, right? They rejected him when he came, but now he's become the chief cornerstone. He's the foundation upon which God's people are being built into a spiritual temple. And so then he says, therefore I say to you, the kingdom of God will be taken away from you, Jews who didn't believe in the coming of the Messiah, will be given to a nation producing the fruit of it, the Gentiles who will believe. And also, by the way, any Jews who will believe, because now the people of God, Israel, are not defined by any lineage. In fact, they never were, Paul says in Romans 11. It was always those who believe in the promises of God. So just because you were a Jew in the Old Testament and in the nation of Israel didn't mean you were part of God's people if you didn't trust in his promises. So in the New Testament, again, the Jews or Gentiles who reject Jesus and do not produce the fruit of faith are out. But the kingdom of God is given to those who produce fruit. He who falls on this stone will be broken to pieces, but whoever it falls, it will scatter like dust. So Jesus is going to determine people's eternity, whether they're crushed eternally or whether they're built as a living stone into the temple of God, as St. Peter writes. So we'll be talking this coming Sunday in the sermon about bearing fruit. It's also the topic of our Old Testament reading from Isaiah. And so this gospel text, along with that Isaiah text, are going to encourage us, the people of God, not to be those who reject the capstone, but rather to be people who produce the fruit of faith. I look forward to bringing that message to you when I know you'll be in worship this coming Sunday. God's peace, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you at your chosen time of worship. Bye.